Hi everyone, it's Marcy with Creators Call. I'm going to be working a little bit more in the Christmas idea book today. Last week I was working on pages and putting things in. This week I'd like to decorate the cover. I also went ahead this week and dug through my stuff a little bit more, found a few more things to add, and then realized that I had several things I needed to make. So I went ahead and made some more things. Some of these are ones I've done in recent videos. I just hadn't made any for me. Here's this Noel. I still haven't put that in there yet. So I've been working over the course of the last week, among other things, working on more ephemera to put into this binder. And then today I found what I want to decorate it with, kind of picking through some things and saving you all the agony of trying to watch me decide. So we have a full schedule today, and I want to just get right into it. Now what I am working with today, I'm going to set all these aside first, get those out of my hair. What I am working with today and what I chose, I purchased these little kits from Blue Fern Studios a couple of years ago. So this is the Yuletide pack. There were these cute postcards, and then I got the ephemera too. I don't believe they still make these anymore, but if you go to Blue Fern Studios, they always come out with amazing designs and products, and so I'm sure you'll find something that you like. However, this is what I decided to use today because I do know I love those patterns and they're a little more traditional, and as I was making the items to put into here, I'm leaning towards a more traditional look. That's just what I like. So I picked out this lovely postcard to put as the focal point. I just grabbed one of the ephemera pieces. I may or may not use a sparkly snowflake. I'm not sure. I was playing around with them and I'm not sure that they're going to work. And then I have this little Christmas card from a pack I bought a while ago. And I think that the colors and the style just kind of tie in very nicely with that. So I'm going to probably cut this down a little bit and layer it up. I've got the doily that I wanted, and then I also picked out some music paper. This is coffee dyed. It's not Christmas. If I was to try to go find the right thing for Christmas, I would be all day, so I didn't want to waste a lot of time. I just wanted the big, the big print. And then I also grabbed out some green painter's paper. So that's what we have to work with today. I am wondering if I need to scuff this up a little bit so that everything sticks to it, and I think that I do. So I'm also going to be using a sanding block. I have this one right here. This is a rougher grade 120. And I think as far as scuffing things up, you want a little bit rougher rather than a more fine grade. So I'm just going to go over this very lightly. Hopefully it won't shake the camera up too much. And then I'm just trying to get the gloss off of there because very often when you're trying to glue to shiny, the glossy surface keeps it from sticking. So we want to rough this up just like when you paint your walls or you paint your nails and they scuff them up. It gives it something to grab onto. Gives it some tooth, as they say. Now the other way we could have done that was to go over it with some gesso. But I don't really want to do that, and I don't want to take the time to wait for it to dry, so this works just as well. I'm using a damp rag to wipe it off, and then I'm going to dry it off so that we have no trouble with things sticking. So that's one of my favorite things to do, is to take off the shine a little bit. So I'm just going to play around with tearing up some of this music. Don't cry, it's a really old vocal book of my husband's that was already falling apart, and I decided to tea dye it, or coffee dye it. And so it's been great to use it for crafting. I just have a vague idea of what I want to do. I kind of want to keep some of this red plaid showing. Of course, it will be showing on the spine, you know. I haven't quite decided what I want to do there, but if I want to maybe wrap some fabric or a doily around it later, I want to keep my option open for that, and so I think I need to decorate the front with that in mind. All those extra pieces will probably go into a collage pile. Let's see. Don't really like that K showing. So I want this over towards the edge. And I know I wanted this doily for sure. And I have to do this, arrange it so that the ripped part is hidden or covered somehow. And then, let's see. So we're just going to play here for a sec and just kind of fiddle with the arrangement. And then I know that I wanted some green paper, and I thought I wanted it vertically, but what if, since I need to cover that word cookbook, what if we do it horizontally? While I'm doing this, we have a few updates and fun things we can talk about. First of all, I want to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving in the U.S. This is airing on a Wednesday, and so tomorrow will be Thanksgiving Thursday, the day after you see this. So I hope everybody is ready for their holiday and excited to start the whole Christmas and holiday season. We decided to celebrate our Thanksgiving early, and so partly because I just didn't want to have to try to coordinate with everybody else's other side of, everybody's got someplace that they're going to go for Thanksgiving. And so with my kids and my niece and nephew, they have other family that they like to celebrate with. And so over the last few years, it's just been really hard to coordinate that, because every time we make plans, it seems like something happens and then we're asked to readjust our plans. And I was just really in the mood to have Thanksgiving early. So surprisingly, my mom was also on board with this idea. I didn't think she would be, but yeah, she got pretty downright excited about it. So anyway, so we had our Thanksgiving celebration on Sunday. And our youngest daughter and her husband, who live here, they came over, and then my niece and her husband, my nephew, they came, and so it was just really nice. And my mom was there, and it was just really nice to have it be so low key and relaxed. What I don't like is that the C still shows. Anyway, so we just had a really good time. And then, this was fun. We got onto the discussion of Delilah, the radio show host. I don't even know how we got onto that. But my nephew, he was born and raised in South Africa, and so he had never heard of Delilah. He's been here in the U.S. since 2018. He came to be on staff at the church where Camille and Jonathan attend, and that's how they met him. And so we met him first before we ever met my niece, and then she moved up here to do an internship for her PT school, and we all connected, which was a wonderful blessing and a very long, involved story, but it's an amazing story. Anyway, and then she wound up dating Liseho, and then they got married last year, so that was super exciting. So now we're all just one big happy family, officially. I really like that, like this. Okay, this is kind of looks like a big old hodgepodge, and I'm not sure. I've got my camera down a little low. I think maybe you want just a little more there so you can see what I'm doing. So I'm going to just start gluing, and I'm using my 3-in-1, Beacon 3-in-1, the cousin to Fabri-Tac. And I think what I might do first is just tack in a few places so that the arrangement stays together the way that I have it. Anyway, so we were, somehow we got on the subject of, Meg Ryan and movies, and then Sleepless in Seattle, and then, there's a character on there that imitates Delilah. So Liseho had never heard of Delilah. Well, in truth, I never had either until until not long after that movie came out. But anyway, and so we were trying to explain to him who she was and kind of just give him, the idea of what she does and her radio show, what it's like. And so then my son-in-law, Jonathan, he decided to get on and see if he could find, we have an Apple TV, so see if he could find anything on there, like an app or something, so we could listen to Delilah. So that took him a little bit of while, but he stuck with it, and he found a station and all that, and so we tuned in. So we're kind of listening, and Liseo says, "I'm going to try calling in, guys. I just feel like I should call in. Why not?" We're like, okay, you should go for it. And unbelievably, believe it or not, he actually got through to Delilah. It was crazy. Anyway, so that was a very fun moment. We have video of it and everything, and it took a while. It took probably, 15 minutes to even get through till she answered the phone, and then, and it was her. It wasn't like a screener, producer person. And then it was like another probably 20 to 25 minutes before she came back to actually talk to him and ask him questions. So by then it was getting late and everybody went home, so we don't know if it ever actually aired or not, but that was just kind of a funny little thing that happened. Most families play games or have football with turkeys, and we call Delilah. Apparently. That was fun. Anyway, so on actual Thanksgiving then, Camille and Jonathan will go over to his folks and have a relaxed day, and Katrina and Liseo will go over to his American family here that basically he lived with them until he got married. So he lived with them for like 3 or 4 years. And anyway, so they'll go over to that family and have the day, and Tom and I and my mom, I think I would like to have brunch. So we're going to have brunch, and then later we'll probably go to a movie or something and just have a really low-key day. For the first time in a really long time, I was very proud of myself. I didn't overmake all the food. Didn't make too much. And let's see how this is looking. I got to look at it. Anyway, I didn't overdo, and so I didn't have a ton of leftovers left over to eat, and so those should be all gone by the time we get to Thursday. All right, now I thought I might want a little more music down that side, but maybe not. I'm gonna trim this down. Do you think this is competing? Actually, I could go with this like this, couldn't I? And then the fact that that has a straight edge doesn't look so bothersome. And I was gonna put this up here. I'm taking a peek to see what you guys see. You see a mess is what you see. Just wondering if it needs a little more music over here. Or if it needs I like that this looks like an old, the old-fashioned studio card. But let's put that more center. There we go. I was just wondering if I put ribbon over it, if that would look weird. Let's take that off for a second. Maybe if I ran it along down here. Okay, yeah, and then we have like a crisscross thing happening down here. And then this could go on top. All right, be honest. What do you guys think? Is it awful? Is it too much? It's just very collage-y. Now this is for me, so, you know, I can pretty much not worry about it, or if I really don't like it later on, I can always change it. So I kind of like it with this. I think it kind of finishes the bottom edge. Oops, just dropped all that. Let's do that. Drop my card. Yeah, so fun times. It's been kind of a crazy week, guys. We got, last week, Tom had his 8-day appointment for his shoulder surgery, and we went in, so he doesn't have to wear a sling around the house. He does need to wear it when he goes out. We haven't really gone out much. He's taking walks every day, and I'm not super keen on him taking the dog, but he has been. And he's not been wearing his sling, so that's why I have some concerns. But he's been overusing his arm because he doesn't have that reminder that he shouldn't use it, and so that's been causing some grief a little bit this week, just the last few days, because he's just not paying attention to the fact that he's still injured. It's like he's acting like he's completely better. I'm all, buddy, you're only 10 days out. You're not better. Let's see, do we like that with that music there? I have to keep standing up because looking at it from the side is not giving me the right view. I think if I ink everything up, I think this is going to be just fine. Oh, wow, I really like that. Yeah, that little extra bit of music right there is perfect. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put this little mark here so I know that that's where that goes. And then I'm going to take these away and try to just glue down the music. And of course now I've shifted that little music strip. Yep, perfect, perfect. Okay, here we go. So, yeah, overall he's doing better, but then he went back to work on Friday, and he doesn't have to wear the sling while he's sitting in his chair, but he's doing so much typing and stuff. He was pretty sore last night. He's got exercises he has to do, and so anyway, so good progress, but it's not going to stay as good progress if he doesn't behave. He's not behaving. He's trying to do too much, and it's kind of irritating me. It's making me concerned. You know what? I want a tight corner on that. And I always have to look at it this way, because otherwise sometimes I don't get that in the corner just right, and then it cuts a funny looking corner. The reason I bought this one is because I love that it does the 3 different angles. You know, there's a really wide one, a really narrow one, and this is a basic one. I generally use this one for your basic round corner because it's more heavy duty, but I do like this because of that. Oh, see? Now it did a funny little cut there. Let's try it again. That's what happens when I don't have it quite in the right spot. Did that work? Yeah. Let's see, which corner is that on? Okay, that's going to get covered up anyway. I won't worry about it then. So I just wanted to let you guys know too, I am, of course, still having my sale on my Etsy shop. I've adjusted shipping and dropped some more prices, and it's getting intense, but I really would like to get that sucker cleaned out. I'm not gonna keep maintaining it after the first of the year. So if you do see something that you like, or you've had something in your cart for a while, please go ahead and buy it, because there's no sense in waiting. Oh, you know what? This could... Anyway, so my point is just go ahead and purchase it now and don't wait, because it's going to be gone in a few weeks. All of it gone, which is exciting. And then also, I still have those 3 journals that I've made recently. They were all binder style, so on my binder style kick, but they're still in my Ko-fi shop, so I went ahead and I'm running a little sale in my Ko-fi shop on those journals. So if one of those interested you, but you were just concerned about the cost or whatever, they are on sale right now, but that's just for a short time. So not going to run that for weeks and weeks, just basically Thanksgiving Day holiday sale. And then they'll go back up, whatever's left. Okay, so I need to glue this down first. This is exploding. Yeah, so all that to say, just don't wait. Please go check it out and help me out and all of that. I have, yeah, anyway, I feel really good about it. I feel good about being done with Etsy, and I wanted to be done a long time ago, and life and circumstances got in the way, but I'm just very excited to really be done. They have done a few things recently though, so if you'll follow the link that I have down below to go to my Etsy shop, that helps save me on my shipping and my fees that they charge me. It's a share and save link, and so one of the few things they've done recently to really help out their sellers is to introduce this share and save links, and then it doesn't cost me quite as much on all of my transaction fees and everything else. So that's been a really nice deal. A few of you have used my link below, and I appreciate that. Thank you. So yeah, it's quite a significant savings too, so that's awesome. Okay, I'm wondering, I think I want this piece here to kind of cover the join between the music and the doily. Now I need to glue that down a little bit more because it's sticking up. I don't know if you can tell, but there's a little dimension on here. This is layered. And I hope, sincerely hope, that when I take it on and off the shelf over time, I don't tear this whole thing up, because I'm not sealing it or anything, you know, no Mod Podge or anything. So just hope it holds up over time, and I don't, you know, these might catch, so I'll just have to be careful. I'm going to go ahead and trim that, and we're going to lay down this. Oh, I need to ink that one. I'm using walnut stain ink. I have had links in my description box for over a year, almost 2 years now, as to what the products are that I'm using, but it's part of the Amazon affiliate program. But it took me a year and a half to earn $10 through those links, and so also after the first of the year, I'm gonna just take all those out and not worry about it and not be an Amazon affiliate anymore. I know that is a successful program for other people, but it has not ever done anything for me. So I'm just doing a lot of changes and just trying to think things through, and what direction do I really want to go, and what am I wanting to focus on, you know? So I think all of the selling and the unboxing videos and the grabby thing, all that, I never make any money as far as commissions doing that, and so it seems kind of pointless, and it's also telling me that that's not really what you guys want. That's probably not really what interests you. So we're gonna just move away from that. The only spot where I will be having anything that has to do with income or selling is my Ko-fi shop. So that's kind of a new thing, but I just decided I needed some direction, you know? I needed a definite direction to head, and I just need to get rid of the things that aren't working for me. And so that's one of the things, and I think, you know, I think that's fine. Other things that aren't working for me, here, let me look at this for a sec. Oh, I forgot to trim this. I'm going to look at this really quickly, and then I'll get back to the topic. I think I like it. That turned out okay. There's just enough sparkle with the ribbon and this card. I can go in and glitter this, which I think I will do that. Because you know me and my glitter obsession. Now, I had this that I wanted to put on the inside cover, but I just waited until we did the outside cover because I felt like this would interfere if I was trying to manipulate the front cover. So now I'm going to grab some double-sided tape, and we're going to put this down, and then I'm going to glitter up the image on the front. There we go. Got my stickles. Got some double-sided tape. I discovered I was out of my score tape. Okay, so what I am doing here, I suppose I could just glue it with the 3-in-1. I'm thinking that book tape might be better. I'm going to tack that down just a little bit. It was coming loose, but I think book tape may be the better way to do this. And remembering that this is my idea book for me, if you didn't catch last week's video, it'll be linked at the end and you can go back and or you can just go back to my home page and look at videos, and it's the week prior to this one. But this is my Christmas idea book. So I'm just having a lot of fun playing with that. You know, I was thinking the tape, but maybe I don't need the tape. We'll see. I would like it to stick down this point, though. Let's put that there. And put a little bit of tape over here. Boy, I'm overestimating how much I need, apparently. Yeah, that's better. That's a better amount. Anyway, so other things that were not really working that I have now eliminated from my life. One of them is the scrapbooking nights or craft nights at church. We just had our last one. So I started a year ago, August, and this is splitting. I'm wondering if I want to wrap something around that or if it'll be okay. I think if I just glue this, it should be okay. Anyway, so I started a year ago, August, just as kind of a way, since our church is still kind of new and young, and just trying to get us all to kind of blend together as a unit. And it's been hard. It's, you know, people only come about every second or third week, a majority of the congregation, and it just wasn't something that anyone was that interested in. So I had put out, we did the last 4 months last year. Well, actually we did August, September, October, November. Skipped December because of Christmas. And then we went all this year. We skipped July because everyone's always gone in July, and then picked back up in August and just going through November again, but absolutely nobody showed up. And then the church planned a music and praise night for that night without consulting the calendar, which I'm supposed to be on there, but anyway, so they planned another event right on top of it, and that doesn't really bother me because, you know, a healthy church should be able to have more than one function going on at a time, but of course the people that might have come on Friday night downstairs to see me and hang out with me were upstairs, so it just kind of was like a confirmation that we can let this go, and then that just opens the door for something else to happen or some other way, and maybe I'm just too concerned about us all melding together, for gelling, you know, as a unit, as a family, basically. I just don't feel like we are, but I keep hearing a lot of other people say that this church is so wonderful and warm and friendly, and they just feel right at home, and I keep going, really? I feel like we're scattered and disjointed, so maybe I'm the problem. I don't know why. So I thought, well, you know what? You gave it a good try, and maybe that's not what you're supposed to be doing, you know? Maybe that's not yours to worry about. So anyway, just trying to eliminate things that I seem to take on as the responsibility, but nobody else has a high concern over it. And yet I'm wearing myself out to make these things happen. Now, you know what? Usually I run glue stick over double-sided tape because it helps you just position things. It gives you a second before it grabs. But since this is slick and since I was using the 3-in-1, I'm going to use 3-in-1 over this tape as well. I just think it's going to give it a much better hold. It's also going to let me manipulate this piece if I need to move it around when I set it down. Yeah, so we just have all kinds of things going on. This is the first year in like forever that I've actually felt like having the holidays or getting ready for the holidays. I always feel like having them. I just don't feel like doing the work. And, I was actually really eager to have Thanksgiving. It didn't feel like a bother, and I'm looking for my bone folder. And I'm ready to actually decorate for Christmas. It seems like the last umpteen years, oh gosh, it's been at least since Camille was in high school, so 2015. So 8 or 10 years, it just felt like I'm never quite ready. I'm never quite there yet, and it just seems like a bother, and it's just not as much fun to decorate as it used to be. I think when you have kids at home, that just really adds sometimes to the fun and the joy and the excitement, but when it's just you and your husband, it's not quite the same. Okay, I'm gluing all these pieces down. They seem to have lifted, and it's probably because I had this thing sitting in a bin all year, and it was getting bumped by everything else. Gonna have to clamp it. Clamp. My dad was a woodworker for his hobby and his retirement gig, his side hustle during retirement, and so I had no idea that one day the use of clamps would carry over into other parts of my life. I'm quite used to having clamps when it comes to woodworking, but that sort of thing, but here we are. Paper crafting needs it too. Now I'm trying to figure out how to smoosh this down without squashing this pocket. And it's kind of tricky. Where we at? I have just a few minutes left. There we go. So let's bring this back around. And then these were the pieces that go in there. And there's some friend mail and cute ideas, everything else. I did take out a few papers. I think I did it after we were on camera last week, and I did move some things around. But one thing I decided to do was I made some pockets. Well, I made a pocket. I made this fabric pocket, and I made some puffy tags. So I saved one out for me. But I thought maybe I might reconfigure how these guys are, and like these things that got clamped in. I'm not going to do it on camera, but I'm just talking it through. And then I thought maybe these guys could have a different pocket as well. And then I did make this gizmo. It's hard to show you because it has addresses on it. Let's see if I can do it like this. So I went ahead and recreated one for myself. Oops, oh great, now I took it apart. Anyway, so it's a trifold. I'm trying to show you without giving away things. It's a trifold, and so I went ahead and recreated it, but this is 14 inches wide, and so I recreated it out of scrapbook paper. And I mean, it's just your basic trifold out of a scrapbook paper, and this is 3.5 high by the 12 wide, and then I scored it at 4 1/8 and then 8 1/4, so that when this one lays down there's a little space, and then it folds together nicely. So anyway, I did basically decompress this a little bit since last week, and it's been a lot of fun to be working on things and working on getting it all squared away. But today I just wanted to work on the cover, and it's just nice to finally be getting some of these projects that have been in the back of my mind for forever. It's just been really nice to have them done, you know, and to be getting on with it. All right, let's see, what else did I need to tell you? I don't think there's anything else that I need to share with you other than I wish you all a happy Thanksgiving if you're in the States. For everybody else, enjoy your holidays, and if you haven't made yourself an idea book, go ahead and make one. These are so gratifying, especially this one, because Christmas is my favorite holiday, and so it's enjoyable to finally have a Christmas book filled with all of my favorites that I can enjoy. All right, well, I'm going to sit here and add some more stickles. I hope you guys have a great holiday, a fantastic week, and until next time, be inspired, do something creative today, and I'll talk to you in the next video. Bye-bye now.